Okay, welcome to Module 3. In this module, you are going to be creating a strategic planning map for your website that you are going to be creating this semester. So you won't be creating all the projects during this module, but you're going to take a look at some of the modules and try to determine what you would fit into your website, where it might fit in, and just really, it's more of like an outline. You're really getting into your idea and starting to develop it. So we've got 3 screencasts for this module. You're watching the introduction, completing the module. I'll give you a demonstration on how to use the software we're going to use, and then how you'll submit your project. Okay. Double check your meeting schedule for the week so that you make sure that you attend your one-on-one meeting if you have one this week. Okay, we've got the goals and objectives. We've got the due date for this module. It is this strategic planning map. You're going to submit it to Blackboard. In the next module, you'll submit it into your website as well, but just for this module, you'll put it into Blackboard. So you are going to be creating a strategic planning map. The purpose of this is not to have a definitive idea of what you're going to be doing throughout the semester, because your ideas may change, but it's to really start thinking about your website, thinking about the pieces you want to include, thinking about the organization, and then putting it down onto paper, or in this case into a mind map online. So I do have an example here that you can take a look at, and I'll show you how to create this. Okay, you'll notice that I've got my center bubble. This is the title of your website, the theme. Okay, I've got 3 layers. I've got the first layer here. Okay, these are all coming right off of the title page. This first layer is going to be all of your navigation. Okay, so each of these bubbles will be a navigation navigation button on your menu. Okay, and I'll show you that. You will also have a tagline, which is kind of like a slogan, something to kind of enhance the title of your website. Okay, so that's the first layer. The second layer is going to be a description of what's on each of those pages. Okay, so I've got a short overview of what will be on each of those pages. And then the third layer is going to be the technology that we're going to use in the class. This is where you're going to start to fit them into your map. So I've got all of the different technologies that we're going to be using in class. So digital photo, Canva, infographics, Google Forms, video animation, app design, social media, and screencast. You're going to look at each of these, the description, and say, okay, where can I fit these into my website? I've got my example up here. I've got the previous students' examples that you can kind of take a look at to see what's an example of digital photo editing, what's an example of Canva, infographics, and so on. Okay, so you're going to create your mind map. I'll show you how to do that in the next screencast. Again, here's a visual for your mind map. Your site name is the middle one. Okay, your first layer is the name of each page on your site. Okay, and if we look at mine, okay, all of these buttons here, this would be the first layer of my first layer bubbles. Okay, the second layer is just a brief description of what is on each of those pages. Okay, so I would just kind of identify what I think is going to be on each of those pages. And then the third layer is all of the technologies and where they fit into each page. Okay, now let's see here. You may have a couple technologies that are included on one page. You may have no technologies that are on a page. That's okay. I have 6 pages, and I have at least one technology on each page, but you may not have a technology on each of your pages. That's okay. As long as you have addressed all of these technologies on different pages, on all the different pages, then that's completely fine. Now, something to note as well is that this is not set in stone. Websites are very fluid, they are changing all the time, so your strategic map may look different at the end than it does at the beginning. Your website may look different at the end than your strategic map looks at the beginning. That's okay, but this strategic planning map is just such an important part of the process so that you can understand, organize yourself so that you're not just filling in pieces as you go along, but instead you have a general idea of what you want to do. Okay, so that's kind of an overview. Again, here are a few examples of some good strategic planning maps from past students that you can take a look at. And then I've got the submission here, which I'll show you in an upcoming screencast. A positive thinking daily tech tip and reminders. Okay, so go ahead on to the next screencast to see how to complete this module. Thank you.